Hello everyone. On the second day of presentation of semester 2, I deal with the topic Role of Technology in the Novel 1984. Here is my personal information, table of contents. So first we are talking about author George Orwell. George Orwell was the pseudonym of Eric Arthur Blair. He was born in Motihari, Bengal, India in 1903. Orwell was a British journalist and author who wrote two of the most famous novels of the 20th century, Animal Farm and 1984. He is famous for his polemical journalism and his criticism of totalitarianism. He was died on 21 January 1915 in London. Introduction of novel 1984. 1984 is a dystopian social science fiction novel and it was published on 8 June 1949. Dystopian literature dystopian is a genre of literature in which story is based on imagined world where life is extremely hard because of terror and operation of government or ruler party. The novel tells the story of Winston Smith, who lives in Oceania, where he is governed by constant surveillance. There is a police force called the Thought Police and constant reminders on posters that Big Brother is watching you. The primary theme of 1984 is to warn readers of the dangers of totalitarianism. World of Oceania. Oceania is a fictional state in the novel. In Oceania, government spying on citizens 24 hours every day. Oceania didn't allow privacy. Citizens that lived in Oceania all had telescreens in their house, even their working place. If everything they did, everything they discussed and talked about were all being monitored by the party. The quote, Big Brother is watching you in 1984 is the best proof of the massive surveillance of the party. So when we study Winston Smith, when he writes his own diary, he is always afraid of thought police and especially telescreen, which is in his home. There are four important ministry in Oceania: Ministry of Truth, which manages the media, entertainment, and art. Ministry of Peace is working for war. The Ministry of Love is the manage judiciary system of Oceania, and Ministry of Plenty manages the economical condition of Oceania. So, telescreen. In the novel, there is a technical device called the telescreen, very much like our own television. It is used for spreading propaganda. It is impossible to turn off, and the screen also watches its viewers. Propaganda that was used by party in 1984 was war is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. The court was the proof of the success of the party. Citizens of Oceania believe that 2 plus 2 makes 5, which again shows the success of the party who's spreading propaganda and brainwash its own citizen. So here are some real world example of dystopian society. First, we talk about China. Its Chinese government believe in Marxism and Leninism. China deployed propaganda to control on its citizens' mind. Most famous propaganda in China was the Little Red Book, which collected many mind control information which came from Mao Zedong, the leader of China, before 1976. And in those times, people are forced to carry this book, and people who didn't carry this book, they are considered as irrespectful to Mao Zedong and also punished by government. Here is a quote in the is that book: "To read too many books is harmful." So Mao's purpose to say the words can echoes the quotes in 1984. Ignorance is strength. Both of them discourage people to gain knowledge or to have the ability to recognize the truth. So here are another example. Uh, According to Edward Snowden, Central Intelligence Agency of America, the National Security Agency routinely lies in response to congressional inquiries about the scope of surveillance in America. This court had shown that nowadays America's National Security Agency, a group of people that used to protect its citizens and also privacy, had misused technology as a tool that illegally do surveillance over citizens. So after this incident, NSA says that we are doing this for security of our nation, and we only overtapping terrorist activity. But in reality, it's also harmful for citizens of America. North Korea is also similar to 1984, where citizens live under the thousand of false information that the government intended to brainwash their people. North Koreans believe that Kim Jong II is God who had a supernatural birth. And they also believe that Kim Jong was born on scariest mountain, and when he was born, uh, season had changed winter to spring, and there is a star formed in the sky and brighten up whole the sky. So these are the misinformation in our real world is spreading through the uh, ruler party or government of country. In conclusion, uh, I would like to quote by Nassim Nicholas Taleb, a Lebanese American essayist. The difference between technology and slavery is that slaves are fully aware that they are not free. So in our time, we believe that technology is it's also good and it's helpful for our life, but sometimes it's harmful for our privacy, and we have to need we need to improve that our technology and privacy related questions. Here are my work citation. Now, if you have a question, then ask me.
Insia, as you mentioned that technology has taken privacy of humans. So what should we do about this issue?
Uh, Technology is now our part of life. It's very useful to us, but sometimes is harmful. So we can set some rules. Government set some strict rules about this. No one has a right to leak anyone else privacy or private information, and we can uh, take step towards it. And it's helpful and it's need of our society.
India. Which characteristic consider as dystopian society? Example with China and North Korea.
So, characteristics of dystopian society is that government or ruler party try to control mind of people, life of people, and I give example that China is believe in Marxism, and I mentioned one book. They try to thought. They try to control the mind of people, and North Korea is also spreading hatred and very misinformation through the technology. And yes, this is, thank you.